on it. It's on it. It's been talks. It's been talks. It's possible.
Okay, so not totally against that possibility.
No, not at all. I feel good. Working hard each and every day, and I can't wait for 2026.
Yeah, like Floyd career, like him coming up in the era that he came up in, he had all them champions that he was able to fight, and that's what led him to be.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. recently shared that he may step back into the ring in 2026 for a possible fight with Terence Crawford. Meanwhile, Coach Bernie said that if both fighters met at their absolute best, he would stand behind Mayweather. According to him, May would break Crawford down, just like he did to many others, using smart defense-strong body shots, quick hooks, and sharp jabs to stay ahead. He explained that Floyd's skill of slipping away right after an opponent throws a punch would frustrate Crawford mentally. By the 6th or 7th round, Mayweather would start putting his combinations together smoothly and take full control of the fight.
Just hypothetically speaking, just looking at, two fighters, you got Floyd and you got Crawford in their prime. Who you picking?
Can we all give an opinion on that?
Yeah, you want to?
Yeah, I got an opinion on that too.
Coach Bell, what you think?
I'm listening to you, Rep.
Floyd versus our prime Mayweather. We can go Pretty Boy, we can go Money May versus Terence Crawford in his prime. Who we got?
I think Money May would have shut Crawford down. He would have bored him to sleep like he do these fighters.
Yeah.
He would have jabbed him, hooked him, just stick him in the body. You know what I'm saying? And then when the fighters swing back, Floyd nowhere to be found. So mentally, that drained him.
Yeah.
And about the 6th or 7th round, that's when you start picking up, putting the combination together.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has revealed that talks are underway about a possible return to the ring in 2026, and Terence Crawford is being discussed as a likely opponent. He made it clear that he is open to making a comeback if the deal moves forward.
Chance that you would take a professional bout in the future after Mike, or is that off the table?
It's on it. It's on it. It's been talks. It's been talks. It's possible.
Okay, so not totally against that possibility.
No, not at all. I feel good. Working hard each and every day, and I can't wait for 2020.
Terence Crawford also reflected on Floyd Mayweather's journey and said that Floyd's achievements were strongly connected to the time period he came up in because that era gave him the chance to face and beat many top champions. He pointed out that Mayweather defeated more title holders than anyone else, and at the same time made more money than any other fighter, which helped secure his place in boxing history.
Yeah, like Floyd career, like him coming up in the era that he came up in, he had all them champions that he was able to fight, and that's what led him to be so great. Because he fought the most champions, beat the most champions, got the most money for beating the most champions. So it's just like, man, he had this guy, back to back to fight, one after one.
In addition, Alexander Usyk stated that Terence Crawford is currently the best boxer in the world and made it clear that he believes Crawford holds the #1 spot, even ahead of himself.
Best boxer, in your opinion, right now?
European.
No, world. Best fighter
World.
in the world, yeah.
I think it's Terence Crawford.
Many believe it's you. Many believe you're the best fighter.
No, I'm not the best fighter of the world. It's Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford, #1, yeah?
Yeah.
Terence Crawford did not avoid the discussion about his prime compared to Mayweather's best years, and he spoke with full confidence, saying he would beat Floyd at his very best, and he said it without any doubt. He acknowledged that Mayweather was a master of defense and ring intelligence, but made it clear that he believes his own abilities are better. Crawford highlighted his quick reflexes, his smooth ability to switch stances, and his skill in studying opponents as a fight goes on, which he feels would give him the edge over Floyd. His comments show that he is not shaken by Mayweather's reputation and truly believes that at his peak, he would outperform the greatest version of Floyd.
You think wins in a fight, you or Prime Floyd?
Me.
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd? That's one of my favorite fighters. But yeah.
Timothy Bradley strongly backed that view and said he firmly believed Crawford would have beaten Mayweather if they had faced each other in their prime years. He explained that Crawford's wide range of skills, his smooth switch between orthodox and southpaw, and his sharp accuracy would have made the difference. Bradley pointed out that Mayweather has had tough moments against quick counterpunchers and mentioned past fights where Floyd had to adjust to southpaws and fast hitters. He argued that Crawford has the tools to keep Floyd alert all night long. Along with his counterpunching, he said Crawford's pressure size and ability to change stances would have been too much even for a prime Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather's a GOAT. Oh, absolutely. But Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too. He will beat him too. He got everything it takes to beat Floyd. Floyd struggled in the first half against Zab Judah. Zab Judah, a damn terrific fighter. Terrific fighter, but he ain't no damn Terence Crawford. Especially from the southpaw position. Floyd didn't like fighting southpaws. Floyd reached with that right hand. You think he's gonna reach against one of the best back foot counterpunchers in the game? He gonna reach with that right hand against Crawford? He gonna get slept reaching with that back hand, the way he reaches with that.
Shane Mosley, who stepped into the ring with Floyd Mayweather, also gave strong support to Crawford. Mosley clearly stated that when it comes to pure talent and skill, Crawford is the better fighter, not just in a direct matchup. He said Crawford's size would play a big role because he carries power and strength at higher weights that Mayweather did not have. Mosley also praised Crawford's ability to adjust during a fight, saying he can box from the outside, fight on the inside, move forward with pressure or counterpunch, which makes him one of the most complete fighters in boxing. He believes that all these qualities together would make it very hard for even a prime Mayweather to control him at his best.
Better out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually he moving weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather's really good too, though. You can knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because it's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford, this is his era.
Jeff Mayweather, Floyd's uncle and trainer, looked at the debate from a more balanced angle and brought up Floyd's famous fight with the young Canelo Alvarez. Jeff admitted that even though Floyd won clearly on the scorecards, the bout showed Canelo's early promise more than total domination. He explained that Canelo was still young and growing as a fighter, while Floyd was already at the height of his experience and ring control. Jeff said the match proved Floyd's skill, but also highlighted how important timing is in boxing, since Floyd faced Canelo before he fully reached his prime and was able to take advantage of that moment.
Plus, if we remember, Canelo at that time was a razor-thin decision. Floyd won, majority decision. CJ Ross had it with what a lot of people had as a draw. And then the other two judges scored it for Floyd, of course.
Yeah, nobody had it.
And that was a Floyd at the top of his game with a very green Canelo with very little experience, and he took him, into deep water. So
yeah, what was Canelo? What, 20 something? 20 what? 23, 25?
Yeah, he was. Very, very young in the game.
Jeff Mayweather also pointed out that a fighter's prime usually happens in their 20s when strength, reflexes, and speed are at their highest. He used this to give more perspective on Floyd's career, noting that his win over Canelo came at age 36, which is past the age most fighters reach their peak. Jeff explained that the fight showcased Floyd's intelligence, experience, and timing in the ring rather than raw physical power. This makes any discussion about prime versus prime more complicated because it depends on exactly when a fighter is considered at their best and how age and timing affect each matchup.
Yeah, very young. He had more fights than Floyd, and he lost. Yeah, but man, that was 30-something years old, 36.
But Floyd was clearly at the top of his career, and Canelo had fought a lot of people.
But are you at the top of your career in your prime? You in your prime when you were 36. That's not your prime.
Did he lose? I mean,
your prime is in your 20s.
It's different for different people.
Yeah, okay. Well, so, and that's why Canelo is saying what he's saying.
I mean, don't you? I mean,
to make himself look like he did something great.
Trainer Bradman Edwards offered a thoughtful perspective, saying that a fight between Mayweather and Crawford would have been extremely close, with both having real chances to win. Still, he stressed the value of focusing on the present, urging fans to let Crawford enjoy his success instead of constantly comparing him to past legends. Edwards also criticized how fighters like Floyd Mayweather and Roy Jones Jr. sometimes act publicly, saying they can set a bad example by competing with or belittling the next generation instead of supporting them. He argued that boxing should celebrate today's champions while respecting its history rather than creating unnecessary rivalries between eras.
No, it's a close fight. You know, it's things Floyd do better. It's things that Bud do better. But I'd rather not say, and I'm not going to just lie and just say nothing, like, and make up something just to, I got my opinion on, you know, how the fights will go, and, you know, but I think we should just let the man enjoy his great moment. He's a great fighter. And I see a lot of immature stuff, and I don't like the way things is going with Floyd and Roy. They two guys that a lot of the younger guys look up to, and they taking shots at each other in the media because of the who's better and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I just want to see Bud enjoy his moment. And, you know, unfortunately, they didn't fight. You know, they could have made, they kind of two different eras, though. Even though they was fighting at the same time, Floyd kind of was doing his different thing over there with PBC, and Bud's a lot young, about 10 years younger than him. So it didn't happen, and we got to just live with it, you know.
Finally, the veteran made a bold claim, saying that Crawford could be considered a better fighter than Mayweather when looking at the choices they made in their careers. He highlighted Crawford's decision to face a tough top-level super middleweight and move up 3 weight classes as something Mayweather likely would not have done. That move showed Crawford's fearlessness, his drive to challenge himself against the best, and his willingness to step outside his comfort zone. He argued that Crawford's readiness to take risks makes him more daring and possibly even greater when judging a legacy by ambition, while Floyd built his career with careful strategy and brilliance.
Terence Bud Crawford greater than Floyd Mayweather, or better than Floyd Mayweather. Greater is a little bit different. Greater is impact, resume, all that shit, but better. Terence Bud Crawford, after what he did last night, is better than Floyd Mayweather because there is no way Floyd Mayweather would attempt to do that crazy shit. See, that's the insane Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvelous Marvin Hagler after being gone for 5 years type shit. Never being at middleweight, first fight at middleweight being against Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Terence Bud Crawford never been on middleweight. The most he's been is super welterweight, and he was only there once. And he's fighting at 168 against one of the greatest super middleweights of all time, one of the greatest middleweights of all time, pound for pound, one of the greatest fighters of all time, reigning undisputed champion at super middleweight. That is unheard of, and that's something that Floyd Mayweather wouldn't even.
Max Kellerman highlighted that Floyd Mayweather's reputation is one of the most remarkable in boxing history, marked by victories over champions and top fighters across multiple weight classes. Still, he pointed out that Terence Crawford stands out for his readiness to face anyone, a quality Mayweather often avoided by carefully choosing his fights and relying on timing.
Because, like, if you look at Floyd's resume, it's much deeper than Crawford's. And Floyd was faster and he had a better defense and all that stuff. But Floyd picked and chose when he fought guys, especially once he left lightweight. He wiped out the junior welterweights, bring him. Lightweight, he jumps up to Jose Luis Castillo first thing. A lot of people think he lost the first fight, then I didn't, but then he won the rematch. But once he left lightweight, he was careful about when he fought guys. So even though his resume is deeper with names, people remember, yeah, but he didn't want it with certain dudes at certain times. Crawford, we all witnessed, even though the resume is thin in certain ways, he wanted it with everyone the whole time. Oh, yes. That makes a difference.
Bob Arum, who has worked with both fighters, said he would pick Crawford in a prime versus prime matchup. He explained that Crawford's ability to switch stances and adjust in the ring gives him a special edge, allowing him to handle whatever Mayweather throws at him. Arum believes that Crawford's mix of ring intelligence and skill would lead him to win.
Who would have won, Crawford or Mayweather, prime for prime?
Crawford.
Really? Why? Because
Because Crawford is a unique kind of fighter that other fighters haven't seen. And the ability that he has to switch, you know, fighters aren't used to that. They don't train for that. And, you know, I just think Crawford is a very, very unique.
Jim Lampley noted that a fight between Crawford and Mayweather would be fascinating because of their very different styles. He described Mayweather's wins as precise and controlled performances built on defense and accuracy. On the other hand, Crawford's skill in breaking down opponents and often finishing fights decisively gives him a more commanding presence. Lampley said it's this clear contrast that would make a prime versus prime matchup so exciting.
That's a completely different fight, all right? Because Spence has been given to believe that he's every bit as good an offensive fighter as Terence Crawford or anybody else that he's going to be in with. So he learned something different Saturday night. But Floyd Mayweather never disabused himself of the understanding that he was a more of a backup counterpuncher than a go-forward counterpuncher, regardless of what he did to Diego Corrales. And that's a different kind of approach and effect than what Crawford achieved the other night. So that a Floyd Mayweather beatdown or one-sided win was much more of a paint job than what Crawford.
Sean Porter called Terence Crawford a chess master in the ring, praising his strategy, ability to wear down opponents mentally, and skill at making adjustments during a fight. At the same time, he spoke highly of Floyd Mayweather as the ultimate original, recognizing that Floyd set the bar for dominance, business savvy, and career longevity, securing a legacy that remains untouchable no matter what Crawford achieves.
A lot of comparisons between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. We've even had the conversation to go as far as who would win in the fight between Terence and Floyd, and I truly don't know the answer to that question.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah. Who will win that fight?
Floyd.
Floyd will win that
yes,
fight.
Yes, sir. I love you, Terence.
Always figures it out.
Yeah,
yes. he's a chess master.
Yeah, his IQ and
but
that
the funny thing about it is Terence has been the only other guy that people can say he always figures it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
But you gotta have an OG somewhere.
Anybody else? Yeah.
There's an OG
Somebody gotta pioneer, right? Yeah, you gotta.
There's an OG you can't out-figure out somewhere. And I just believe Floyd is that OG you can't out-figure.
That wraps up today's video. What do you think about this debate? How do you see the comparison between Floyd and Crawford? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Be sure to check out our other videos on the right-hand side as well.